right, welcome to Apocalypse Cinema. And this is episode number 22. And we have the ever-famous Alex G. Cornbread, otherwise known as Hollywood Auteur.
Hollywood Corn.
Hollywood Corn, we call him. And this is a special episode because we are going to be talking about anime, the greatest anime shows and movies of all time.
Oh, yeah. Real weeb hours here.
Weeb hours?
Yeah, you know about weeaboos?
I don't know. I don't know.
Weeaboos are people of usually American descent, like people from North America who are obsessed with Japanese culture.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have heard that.
The otakus, the weeaboos.
Okay, I gotcha. Like
me.
Japigger. I don't know. There's some other word for it. But yeah,
there's a lot of words.
So anyway, we've got the new set here. As you can see, millions spent on this. This animation alone of the steering wheel took me
Animation? What do you mean? You're actually driving right now. We're in the
Oh,
desert.
yeah, right. I am. Yeah, it's self-driving. It's self-driving.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The captain's hand, the inflatable captain.
That's right, yeah. Hey, Johnny, have you ever seen the inside of a cockpit?
Is that the one? What about inside of a Greek men's bath? Is that it?
Yeah, something like that. So what we've done is we've kind of broke it down here. We've got shows. Do you want to start with shows?
Yeah, let's start with the shows. That's the most popular one.
Okay. So let's, I would say we should transition to our theater.
Hi, amigos. You ready for some bounty info?
I'll take it.
Right on. So, do you mind that we started at number one?
Oh, no, I don't mind at all. Why not start with the best?
Number one.
In my opinion.
Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, what the heck, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, what a show.
So, Cowboy Bebop, I started watching the actual live-action version, I just must say. Did you?
The live-action? Yeah. I watched... Okay, this is going to sound bad. I watched the pilot.
Okay.
And I couldn't get past the first 20 minutes.
I understand. I liked the animated version. It kind of reminds me, going back to the... this would have been the 60s, I think. Johnny Quest.
Oh, Johnny Quest,
Johnny Quest. Mm-hmm. And it had a kind of that jazzy, quick-paced intro like that. I'm just wondering. I don't know where the inspiration went from east to west, west to east on that stuff.
Definitely probably west to east, with at least jazz. I don't think jazz was starting up in Tokyo.
Yeah, right. But it seems like they do a good job.
Oh my God, yeah, they've taken it. It's their whole.
Yeah,
they've turned it into definitely part of their culture.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Sure. Yeah, and their TV shows just so great. Oh, like the library, being quiet in the library one. Have you seen those? Yeah.
Which one?
There's one where you're supposed to be really quiet in the library. It's like, shh. And so then there's a librarian in the background, and she's always looking over. What are you guys doing? And then so there's a group of people at the table, and they're doing these tricks. And then there's some weirdly translated sign is like, it's just flipping cards or something. You lose. And they're like, boom. And then it's like gas passing or something, and then they put a mask over them and someone farts into it or something, and then it's like and then the librarian looks over. It's just one of those.
What is this from?
It's just a Japanese TV game show.
I haven't seen that one. I've seen a lot of game shows. It's
good.
But not that one.
It's pretty funny.
Sounds a little fetishized.
I'm sure, yeah, but they it's ridiculous. They tried to do it American version, it just did not have the same kind of feel.
Squid Game?
No. Well, I'm sure there will be an American Squid Game.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm sure they will try, because anything that makes money, they have to see if they can do it.
Of course.
So, anyway, that is Cowboy Bebop. I enjoy the animation. I gotta say, I haven't watched, like, all the episodes or anything. You're
really?
a big fan?
I'm a huge fan.
Okay.
It's funny because the last time I watched the show start to finish in one sitting, I was recovering from a twisted testicle in a
Ouch.
hotel room. I was watching it with my mom, and she even liked it a lot too.
Dang.
Yeah.
Twisted testicle.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It was fun. Fun time.
That's gotta hurt. Gotta hurt.
Oh yeah, you know it.
How'd you twist it?
Putting on pants.
Oh, wow. Okay. That must have been some real tight pants, like 1970s
No,
NBA shorts or something.
No, what happened is I used to do this thing where I don't know why. I was by myself. I was just being really emphatic, so I'd like get both legs
Yeah.
in, and then I'd hike it up really quickly,
fast.
and I just pulled it up too far. And
Dang. Okay.
30 minutes later, I'm like, why do I feel so bad?
Oh, geez.
I went to the hospital. Fun times, good
Wow.
times.
And it was just like, kind of like a rope burn.
A rope burn.
Rope burn, like when you twist your arms.
Oh, in
Because it's a twisted.
yeah. No, it was. I think it just spun around
Dang.
like a top. You know.
Kind
a
of
little bit.
reminds me of a Japanese kind of one of those crazy creatures that they have in Japanese anime.
Kinda.
Twisted testicle.
Yeah, these veins. Yeah,
Oh,
we don't need to get into the semantic stuff.
Anyway, we're on Twisted Testicle. So, Cowboy Bebop. Love the style.
Oh my god, just the animation. The thing that probably puts it at number one for me. I
Yeah.
mean, the story. Like, each episode is a little bit different. They have their ones that are connected, especially near the end when the show's wrapping up. But just the overall story is really good.
Yeah.
It's a story about a man that has lost everything and he's working on getting it back. And
Right.
just, what the love of his life was a part of that. Betrayal, just him. But at the same time, he's a bounty hunter, you know?
Right.
So he's
Yeah.
his misadventures in space, So it has the nice episodic... Each episode, I feel like it's hard to forget them. Because just something crazy happens in each one. Oh, one's about a guy who knows kung fu who's trying to capture a corgi. The other one's about
I saw a corgi in the opening there, that trailer. I
Oh
think.
yeah, the corgi's all over the show. I think it's Ein, yeah. Ein.
okay.
I'm the corgi. Yeah, and just like all of his misadventures with all these great characters, and honestly, the thing that puts it at the top for me is probably the best soundtrack in all of anime, in my opinion. Just the jazziness.
Yeah.
It really just
Great.
always, whenever they reuse the same songs a lot, but every time they use it, it feels like it's pushing everything where it needs to be going. It's just great editing, great animation, great story, cool characters.
Yeah, characters. I really enjoy the
God.
characters in there, and I do like that the episodes are. I just love having like the bounty hunter thing, where it's like, okay, who's the new target?
Villain of the week, yeah.
That's
kind
fun.
of.
That's always fun. You're always looking forward to the next one.
Oh yeah.
So well done to the writers of Cowboy Bebop there.
And also,
Yes.
if you're looking for something similar about bounty hunters in space, there's a great show called Space Dandy.
Oh,
That one was coming
right.
out
That
more
was
recently.
I think that was I'm just moving this a little. Space Dandy was on your honorable mentions
yeah.
list there. So
Oh yeah, just that one. Fun music, honestly, fun characters, fun world,
Yeah, yeah.
And I also didn't mention Cowboy Bebop. That world, oh my god, like, I want to be traveling through space that way.
Yeah.
That's what I
Pretty
wish
fun.
my day-to-day life could be. I could just be a space trucker.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
content.
There are a few space trucker movies, and I do like them. There was one I watched recently that was great. They were like junkers. Instead of, they were actually bounty hunting, they were like scavengers,
Yeah.
which is a fun thing. I think, weren't the Nostromo crew kind of a scavengers, or, from Alien?
Oh yeah, kind
Wasn't
of.
that kind of a scavenger barge or something like that? It was
feel
kind
like
of an
it was.
industrial
I
thing.
cannot remember the plot of
I
the
like the
first one.
concept of putting the mundane jobs of our society now into space. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like the bounty hunting, obviously, you've got Han Solo, bounty hunter, Boba
Spike
Fett.
Spiegel. Yeah.
Who's that?
Spike Spiegel.
Spike Spiegel.
That's the main guy in Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Spike Spiegel, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
The best bounty hunter you can think of
Yes,
in
yes.
space.
It's good fun. Good fun. Well, nice. Cowboy Bebop. I like it. Are you ready for number 2?
Oh, I'm ready for number 2.
And,
Or what about your number 1? You don't want to go back and forth?
Oh, what am I saying? Oh, yeah, movies. I don't know. Oh, I did have. Okay, yeah, all right. I don't have the trailer for this one, but Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex is my number 1 show. Just because I love the movie so much, and they did such a bang-up job with the show, I was just kind of dreading watching it and being really disappointed.
Oh, yeah. You get in that territory anytime.
Yeah.
The show comes after the movie, you know?
And Ghost in the Shell is just... They took it in a new place, and I just love those vehicles and the characters.
The thing that I think it did really
so
well
good.
is the movie set up a really cool world that they explored just a little bit, but they couldn't really get into it. But then the show's just like, hey, this is everything you can do. This is all the different... there's different people that just pop up, different politics, and just the technology of that is just revealed more and more. It's just so cool.
Yeah,
it's just such a great world.
It was a great avenue to explore the world of Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, absolutely. And well done. So, well done to you, Ghost in the Shell.
Do you have a favorite episode?
I don't know right off the top of my head.
Off the top of my head, I can tell you which one mine is.
Okay.
It's the first episode I ever saw on Toonami. It was this one about a little girl who's trying to get to her parents, it's one of her parents' gravestones, and so one of the Tachikomas is like accompanying her.
Yes.
And it's, I don't know, it's just such a very nice...
I do remember that.
It's just a nice little side episode.
Yeah, I think the Japanese in particular are really interested in the connection between machine, monster, and child. Godzilla, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mothra, right? They all have a kid connection.
Connected, yeah.
It's always the kid that has some kind of heart connection, right? Because they're innocent, and then they don't have the filter.
The monster
of the adult
can see the innocence.
That's right.
Like, hey, we gotta save the world for the kid.
So even the machine, they somehow are extra.
Oh yeah, the AI
protective with the kid. They know. So we'll get into more of that as we talk about Ghost in the Shell, the movie. Oh yeah. Now, Corn shows. Number 2, let's just take a look here at what we have. Let's take a look. Let's go back to the theater, Cornbread.
Take a little walk.
Take a little walk and get back to it. Okay.
Hey, you're still in Central? So, how are the Elrics doing? You keeping those boys out of trouble?
I'm their commanding officer, not their father.
Hey, tell me something, Roy. Why'd you decide to make Ed a state alchemist anyway? He's just a kid. I mean, military life isn't easy, you know. That boy's gonna have to go through hell someday.
Nice. I love it.
You've seen it, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. This is For me...
Yeah.
This show was the one that started making me see anime differently from normal TVs and movies.
Yeah.
I'm like, they can do something a little bit more than I've ever seen in any movies. Like, every effect you see in a movie, for the most part, it keeps you, thoroughly believing in it. It doesn't usually pull yourself out of the movie. But this stuff, oh my God. I'm like, I can see these worlds that they're building on it. And it's so much more fantastical than anything you can create purely in real life. Anything that Marty Scorsese can create, anything that the people at Avengers could create. It's like, oh my God. This is this might be a higher level of art in the film world. I don't know. And that show is the thing that started to make me believe that.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've got some more comments based on exactly what you were just saying. The whole level of cinema, of just the whole effects, all the drama that they can drum up with the characters. I think it's astounding. And as you saw there, one of the things that draws me into anime is they they pull no punches.
Oh my god!
So-
Yeah, they just go all the fuck out.
That's what I was saying. This is no Disney show,
Oh my god! Yeah.
right? There's it's adult. It's for kids, for goth kids. I don't know. But whatever, I wish I had this stuff when I was young. I would be, eating it up.
Yeah, me
if I
too.
was that kid.
I didn't watch
Yeah.
this until I was in college.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember seeing ads for it on the back of my comic
Interesting.
books, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. And
Yeah.
I had some friends that were watching it as it was airing on
Yeah.
Toonami, but I'm like, I didn't binge it until it came to Netflix. I'm like, oh my god.
It's very good. And this says Brotherhood and OG series.
Yeah, the original series I think is worth mentioning because obviously I think Brotherhood stands out because it just overall is more complete and cohesive, whereas the other show didn't have the liberties of the manga. They had to make their own liberties because
Yeah.
the manga wasn't even released at the
Yes.
time, and they took it in a very interesting direction. I don't know if I'd be as in love with Brotherhood if it wasn't for the original series, or maybe
Okay.
I wouldn't appreciate it as much. But I love them both. I think
Yeah.
it's
If you
it's-
like the world, you want more of it.
Exactly.
So that's
and
the
they
thing.
do some really interesting things in the OG series,
Yeah.
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Having the other world be
Yeah.
World War II, England at
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
time.
yeah. Yeah,
I
cool.
need to see the movie. I've still yet to see the original series movie, which I hear really ties up
Okay.
everything. But apparently, it's just super cool, and they leave me in a spot where I'm wanting more. And luckily, I just hopped to Brotherhood when I'm done. I'm like, okay, now I'm satisfied because wow.
It is. It's great. Full Metal Alchemist. So good. And it does not disappoint, I must say. It is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I guess we could go to mine. Number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, that's my show. Attack on Titan.
Oh my god.
So that is, I guess I can show that because that is in your list also. Actually, it's just right.
Oh, that's
it's
my
next.
number 3. Yeah.
So, yeah, Attack on Titan. The thing I did want to mention was just that it's the source material, as
Manga?
top-rated
Oh.
Hollywood writers that the story is everything.
Oh yeah.
Without those words on paper,
the
you
original
have nothing.
thoughts of it. Yeah, you can shoot it. You can go out and shoot the woods, and you can make some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
But if you don't think about the world and you don't create the world and
That's
you're not
right.
living in the
Yes,
world,
yes.
it's not going to feel as deep. I think.
And so all these shows that we're talking about, I believe all of them originated from a manga.
Yeah, with that, Cowboy Bebop, I don't think originally originated with a manga. Ghost in the Shell technically did, but
Yeah.
it's very separated.
But that's kind of
Yeah.
what their origin
For the most part, most
is.
anime's origins
They're
are that.
fully fleshed out worlds and stories
Oh yeah.
and characters. So
Or they've just spent a lot of time really building these worlds and trying to understand these worlds before they've even wrote them.
exactly. So let's take a look at Attack on Titan, which totally love it.
その時思い出した。そうだ、この世界は残酷なんだ。やめろ
Yes. Attack on Titan. So that's your number 3, my number 2. Pretty close. So it's hard to deny the
greatness.
awesomeness
Oh my God.
of Attack on Titan.
I'm just curious, when
Yeah.
did you get into it? Right when it was
Pretty
releasing
much.
on Netflix?
Yes. I got into it real early. Just happened to cross it, and it just
Yeah,
I was just
I
looking
binged
through.
it in a weekend.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
first season. And I'll
Yeah,
admit,
yeah.
I was one of the non-believers because it took 2 years for season 2 to come out.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, you know what? Fuck this show. They think they can step away for 2 years and come back and entice me. I never read the manga. I have yet to finish it. And I know the last season is about to premiere. But holy fuck.
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
happy I got back on for season 2 and 3 because those were great.
Yeah.
But season 4 has just blown my mind.
Oh, really?
I mean, again, spoiler, there are many spoilers ahead. When they pull back the curtain, the scope of the story, like just when I thought, I'm like, okay, this can't get any crazier. They put in guns. What the fuck? It just keeps pulling back the layers, and I'm like, yes, give me more.
Yeah.
The antagonists are like, who is it? Like, is it this guy? Is it this guy? This guy seems really remorseful.
Even
of his actions.
within the good guy group, right?
There's
they
bad guys. Like
put bad guys in the good guy group, and
the main character,
the guards,
around.
and
the secrecy, but
so
still,
well done.
Again, you can cut this out. But Bertold just once he's actually with his country, and he's like, I should hate these people, but I don't because I grew up with them and I love them, and now I don't know if I'm doing is right, but I have to do it.
And one thing I really enjoyed about Attack on Titan, other than the giant genderless creatures that eat people, which is enough for me, is the politics of the world that they're in.
Oh my God! Yeah,
and the obvious metaphor of the inner walls, and right, because it's concentric circles, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're on the outer wall, you're gonna get
killed probably.
First. And then they make it through, and then of course, like most.
But the royalty will be fun because they're in the middle.
That's right.
How are they going to get to the middle?
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh my God.
So, and of course, the rigging that they have.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, like Spider-Man, but cooler. And,
honestly, because they got fucking swords.
Yeah,
they got swords with their spider gear. And
yeah,
I'm just curious, who's your favorite character in the series?
Well, I like the main
trio
guy,
Eren Yeager.
Yeah, Eren Yeager. Yes.
He's been very interesting. I kind of hate him. I kind of hate what he's become.
I think that's it, because I haven't gotten all the way. So I think.
What season are you on?
3.
Oh my God, I did fucking ruin it for you. Oh my God.
He ruined it.
So sorry.
He ruined it.
I'm so sorry.
He definitely ruined it. No, it's okay. I can handle it. So anyway.
I'm surprised it's on your top 5 list when you haven't even gotten to the best season.
The first season was so amazing. And I actually saw a couple of the... They were kind of short, but the actual cinematic releases of Attack on Titan.
They did cinematic releases?
Yeah.
Like the OVAs?
Yeah, they did a couple of combination live action stuff. It was pretty cool.
Interesting.
Gotta say, I was not disappointed.
Oh, like the live action version of the movie or the show.
Yeah, they were like good? 1 hour each or something.
Yeah,
and I was like a little disappointed in the duration, but it was very entertaining.
You would say as far as live action anime goes,
they did a good job.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll have to check that out.
But yeah, the whole. I just remember there was one scene. I think it was Yeager, and then this one kid, and they just had the big eyes, and it was on the edge of the building and hanging on. It was like he's gonna die, and it was just like ripping me. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, the thing the show really does well is creating these characters that you like and sympathize with, and then they rip them away from you.
Well,
and you're
that's
like,
it.
It's
that's
just
the job of a writer, right? Yeah.
I don't want any of them to die. They're all mine. No.
Yes. So
it's so great.
No dispute on Attack on Titan.
It might get bumped up to your number 1 if you haven't even seen the best season
True.
yet. Oh my gosh.
It may indeed.
And the intro for that one is so cool too. It's like rotoscope.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to start it.
Yeah.
You need to start it.
I just like the concept of the people going into these creatures to fight themselves. It's like, God.
Oh my God.
So great.
It's crazy.
Because you get pretty angry at these giant creatures.
Oh yeah, because
and then once they get inside one, it's like tearing them apart. It's like, yes, there's some way to fight back, because it's as usual, the normal people, the peasants, get the worst of it.
They just get
A lot
and they're always
the
Titans are always like smiling at them too. It's just so it's very jarring. I'm like, I don't want anyone to be destroyed by these disgusting homunculus creatures that don't have any right living.
They have not even twisted testicles. They have nothing.
Nothing. They're just bare. Disgusting.
Yeah, they're pretty gross. And then like that smile. It's like creepy.
I hate them.
Yeah, he throws Titans, damn it. All right, well, that's great stuff, I tell you. All right, now, Corn shows. Year 3 was Attack on Titan.
So maybe we should go to year 3.
And year 4, my 3... Hold on. Oh, Sekirei.
Sekirei. I think I've heard of this one.
Okay. All right. I liked it. I don't have a trailer for it, unfortunately, but...
Well, give me a quick synopsis. What's it about?
It is a fan service, definitely. Well, for people who don't know, a fan service is like giving the audience what they want, which is usually a lot of jiggle.
Especially with anime.
But of course, there are those that will lose your interest right away because there's not much substance beneath it. And so this is like a harem thing. So that the harem is like a subgenre of
the fan service.
It's
stuff,
like this dude, and then he just has like 4 or 5 girls, and
they all love
excuse
him.
me, but it's cool. The whole concept is like an evil corporate entity who's like creating these super creatures, and then these Sekirei are protecting this boy. He's like a loser, and he drops out of college. But somehow these girls, like one of them, literally falls on him out of the sky, and then she's naked immediately.
Oh, of course.
In his house, and very embarrassed about it too.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't you be? You have you no shame?
Yeah, but no, I thought the story was really cool. There's a lot of great, like world view of this. So it's like a worldwide consequence. So it's well done. So I was surprised that it had so much to offer.
Besides just fan
service. Besides the fan service. So that's my Sekirei. I would give it a look. It's pretty fun.
I will.
It was pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, because I touch on, I look at an anime and there's like, try this, a little ding, 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 ding. And so many of them are typically like a high school age kids and High School of the Dead or something. Actually, it's really good. But
it was fun, yeah.
There are a lot of them like that, which are the high school age, which is typical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's for young adults and kids.
But then to make it too much for kids. So I like the ones that are for adults and kids.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying. So that's my Sekirei. You got nothing to show. Now we are going to. So your number 3 was Attack on Titan.
So my number 4.
And your number 4 is Ghost in the Shell standalone complex.
Yes, just like your number 1,
which is basically my number 1.
yeah. Again, the world building they do, the expanding they do from the show.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's what more do you want?
I don't want nothing else from that. It's fantastic. So now this is probably where this one wouldn't make my top 10 list.
Top 10? Wow. But you really hate
the JoJo's Bizarre
Adventure.
Yeah, it's a little...
Normally...
It's not my thing. I mean, I don't know. What appeal... What is the appeal? Let's watch this and... and then maybe we can decide what.
Oh yeah, no, I got a lot to say about
God's
this show.
name is this corny thing.
15年私の青春が15年
当法廷は被告ジョリーン空城を15年間州立グリーンドルフィンストリート中警備刑務所にて収容するものと確定する。
ドーンフリー。
I might have to. I mean, it's a girls in prison concept.
Who doesn't love one of those?
Yeah. Now, there's a few shows. There's an Australian one, which is the name of the prison, Biltmore Wentworth, which is like the best of the women in prison series. and it's just so well done. And it's got all those concepts, like there's the tough girl on the inside, who's boss, got money. Now we're going to go outside and reach outside. Your daughter's outside now. We're going to reach out, and if you don't bring in drugs, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's all kind of the same thing. This seems to have the twist with this amulet that...
Oh, yeah, and these powers.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this is like the 5th season of JoJo. The thing... So
Okay.
normally I don't like shonens. I would never put a shonen on my top 10. Like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, endless shonens that just... You know, like, they can be cool. They have cool worlds, and that's what I think keeps most people coming back. And I know it's what keeps me coming back. And they have some cool characters.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't want to commit to 1,000 chapters.
Okay.
Like, that's so many. Like,
Yeah.
One Piece, don't get me started on it.
Oh.
But JoJo's different. Each season is different. There's different main characters, and there are things that keep it within the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's all descendants of this one JoJo. Each season is honestly better than the last. Like, the first one is by far the weakest, and then it just gets more and more interesting.
All right, you might be convincing me to take a second look
And the
at this.
villain, the characters and villains, while the show doesn't, I feel like, philosophically say much, and thematically doesn't do much for me,
Yeah.
the characters are really cool, and the villains, it gets into, like, villain of the week sometimes, and it starts to feel like it gets it gets sluggish with it, especially in everybody's favorite season, the second one, Stardust Crusaders.
Okay.
But it's worth to get through it, and some of the villains of the weeks are cool. The thing that honestly keeps me coming back, besides the cool characters, the music. Every JoJo intro has been amazing. I love every single one. The outro music, and like, it's just such a fun show to me.
Because I typically don't like a lot of the kind of airy-fairy kind of intro music. It's like...
No, yeah.
They're just like so...
it's just like,
so
come on, let's get
cranking
to the
them
show.
out. Yeah.
Exactly. But
So
no,
that's
these
cool.
songs,
That's
they're
cool.
always like powerful, and they're
Yeah.
driving, and
All
it's
right.
like full of so much testosterone.
Sounded good.
Yeah, no, like...
Huh.
It's JoJo.
right.
Like, I used to be a JoJo hater.
Oh, did
and
you?
then I finally watched the show.
Okay.
And it got me after, like, again, the first season, it's probably the worst. But the characters in the second season, and the Pillar Men, they're the bad guys of the second. Or it's technically the first season. It's part 2 of the first season. But I just call it the second season because it's a whole different thing. The Pillar Men, really cool. And then they go to Stardust Crusaders, and then you get Stands. These guys that show up and fight for you.
Wow.
And then you get the coolest...
In prison? Is it all in prison?
Yeah. Not all, just this season. This is different. This is like one of the everybody's a fan favorite character's daughter. That's who the main character of this. And it's all one bloodline, the Joestars. So this is Jolene Cujo, who's related some way through different generations to Joseph Joestar, the original.
It's like a Stephen King novel marries a Dolly Parton song.
Honestly,
Jolene Cujo.
Jolene Cujo, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah,
Can't go wrong there.
I would recommend it. It's like fun. A lot of people, its fans can be annoying, but it's a really fun show.
All right. You might have convinced me there. Hopefully it'll convince some of you. And, hold on, I'm driving here. What's going on?
Oh, hope we don't get a speed bump. We're going like 90.
Yeah. What do we got? Rob shows. Oh, yeah. Parasite is mine.
Yeah. That's by... No, wait. I'm thinking Paranoia Agent. Never mind.
Parasite? Okay, wait a minute. Let me just see if I can bring this up. Hold on. Let's just see. I wasn't completely ready. Let's just see. The opening, the trailer.
There you go.
What? Oh, what's that?
There
okay.
it goes.
Let's just check this out. I think that's what we want.
That's the opening, not the trailer.
Opening?
You want the trailer, right?
TRALER. Trailer. But
Yes,
Parasite is the trailer anime. Okay, so let's take a look here and go to the
Grammarly
theater again.
helps you work more efficiently,
let's go back,
which makes
and then
accomplishing
I'm
your work
going
goals
to-
easier.
Now we go to the theater.
俺、泉真一です。俺さ、普通の人間に見える。
All right, you got the idea, but cool.
Oh, yeah,
So you got the. I just love it. So the kid is just kind of a nerd kid, and then he gets the alien, and then that is an advantage for him, obviously.
And he becomes
basketball,
cool.
and he becomes cool, and a kind of a superhuman kind of guy. What is the deal? Thank you.
Dog barking.
Yeah. Good one. So Parasite, yeah, pretty good. I like the alien thing when he finds out, and he helps the little girl
Oh, yeah.
from getting killed.
Just being a good guy.
So that's nice. But that little alien is just so weird.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not normal. It wasn't raised in America. It doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's just some sort of freak from outer space.
Is that my fan? I think my CPU is. The fan is up.
I said the Alienware PC.
It's the Alienware PC,
for
too.
making fun of it, yeah.
And so it's good because it's not just the alien in his hand, but then it's like other aliens that are trying to kill
Humans.
it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Or kill the alien in the kid. Because there's a battle going on. So I'd say pretty interesting.
I've been seeing that thing pop up on my Netflix for a while.
Okay.
I think I'm going to actually have to give it a look. It looks really good.
It is. It's really good. I like it. I like it a lot, Jim Carrey would say. Now we get to...
Your number 5.
Well, what happened? Oh, because we had a couple of duplicates.
Yeah.
7 Deadly Sins was mine. And Alcorn is laughing.
I've heard a lot about that anime, and there's a person in it that I can't take too seriously.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think. I could just be ignorant. And I mostly am ignorant.
Well, let's see. Let's see if we can get past this. This looks like it. Back to the theater. It's an epic. Giant turtle that carries a bar around.
Okay, this is a different anime. It
is?
It's not the one I'm thinking about.
Oh, okay.
So this looks pretty all right.
It's cool. It's very cool. Yeah, it's an epic, and the characters are really great. That fight for justice in the world. So it's a great adventure. Let's put it that way.
Gotta love adventure.
Yeah, and so as I say, there's like a giant turtle, right? That carries around a big pub on its back.
Oh, okay.
And they serve.
Is the whole world on it?
It's just this pub, and they serve the worst food, which is kind of funny.
Well, it's probably hard for them to get new food. They're on something that's constantly moving.
And then there's this pig, which is a pretty funny character. So,
Does he want to be a real guy?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
No. But they keep on making pig jokes and stuff, so it's pretty funny.
I like that. Yeah, I'm going to have to check. You got a couple on there that I'm very interested in.
I can even impress young cornbread with my choices. Yeah, I've seen a few things. Good. I'm glad. Are we going to move into the movies?
Why don't we?
Okay. Let's take a looky. Yeah, let's go to... Are we going... We've gone down the road of number ones first. And so I guess we're going to continue that.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Let's head into the theater. Get your popcorn.
Excuse me, who are you? Excuse me, who are you?
Perfect Blue.
Mima was a pop star.
This is Mima's last performance with Champ.
Perfect Blue.
Excuse me, who are you? Excuse me, who you.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Just crazy. I mean, I think what the movie, I'll just start. Perfect Blue, what it does really well is just kind of explain pop culture.
Oh my god, yeah. Especially in Japan.
In Japan, right. The whole boy band kind of thing.
Just the idols.
And the idol
they
worship.
Idolize, idol
so you
worship.
must.
I mean, we
must perform. You must continue.
We worship idols here, but I definitely feel like it's not as intense as in Japan. Like, the followers they have can be scary, obviously, from what we've seen in this movie.
That guy freaked me out.
Oh my god, yeah. Plenty of creeps out there.
And there's plenty of twists in it, too.
I'm gonna
no
put
spoilers.
this out there. It's the best psychological thriller I have ever seen. Like, between film, between anime, it's Satoshi Kon. I put him a little bit higher than Miyazaki.
Wow.
Like, what he did with Paprika, with just Perfect Blue alone blew my mind. Because again, I'm like seeing this movie, I'm like, this doesn't feel like an anime. I can see this, and it has realism, which we were talking about how fantastical. That's when I started thinking anime is another level, and then I'm brought back down to earth with Perfect Blue, and I'm like, oh my god, they can even just do something that we could have made in like a month. Like, oh my god,
it's good.
It's just perfect, and just the snapshots. I've just never seen snapshots of day-to-day life portrayed so beautifully like I see in anime. And I mean, that has a lot to do with Satoshi Kon and honestly all of Studio Ghibli's stuff. Like, they're slow scenes of just watching water drip into a puddle. Like, oh my god.
And I found
just the grass blowing in the wind.
Interesting. It's kind of chaste. It's not like really R-rated. So where there would be a lot of potential with the Peeping Tom kind of thing going on, it's nothing really graphic or anything.
Oh yeah, I mean, apart from one intense fictional scene.
right.
Yeah.
But still, but it's adult.
It's very adult. Very adult. I would not show this to my 10-year-old.
Yeah, right.
I don't think they could. I don't even think they could appreciate it, even if it is a cartoon.
Yeah, because it is a sophisticated story.
It's very much sophisticated.
And plus, the thing that I really enjoyed about it also is that it's like at the inception of the internet. So this is a pop star, and she doesn't even know how to post anything.
There's still facts going on.
That's what the cool thing is.
It's crazy.
So that's an interesting juncture in time that they captured well. And I think she even has like one of those Macs that was not an Apple.
Yeah, like the original Macintosh.
Yeah, but it was like not a Hackintosh, but it was like one of the Macs that was like an off-brand.
Oh, yeah.
They used to make, other companies used to make Macs. And so that was another slice in time because they stopped that. I found that interesting.
Yeah, it's just such again, it's not world building, it's literally just Tokyo, but I want to be there. Yeah. They make it look so cool and just so interesting. And yes, it's even in the past year I could experience that, but I just want to jump through the screen and just walk away from the plot that's unfolding and just live life.
I think the thing that interested me about the story and the character was that this star, right? She's like a big star, pop star, right?
Oh, yeah, huge pop star, but
she lives in this
dinky little
regular apartment, and she's alone, and so that's what's cool about it. They kind of bring it back to reality. It's like no matter how, I don't know, popular you are, I guess they would. American version would have it a lot different. It'd be a house in the hills with an infinity pool overlooking. Yeah, it is different. So cool. Yeah, great world that they explored.
And just the emotionality of the characters. Like, you feel for every character in there, and each one is fleshed. I mean, she is fleshed out perfectly. All of the things she's going through. Like, it's such a great character study.
Yeah,
it's hard to see that even in the big theatrical releases we see here.
Yeah,
it's rare to find that.
That's
nowadays.
True. You're so right.
It's all plot oriented.
And I have to say, I was not disappointed at the kind of surprise twist.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's great.
It was well done.
It's great.
It's like, oh, okay, I get it. Good.
Where's Mr. Cohn coming up with this stuff?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's the number one Korn movie. My number one movie, which is not. Oh yeah, you have. That's your number two.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. No problem. Let's take a looky here at the amazing
future. Corporate networks reach out to the stars, and electrons and light flow throughout the universe. The advance of computerization, however, has not yet wiped out nations and ethnic groups. Ghost in the Shell. Released theatrically worldwide, fall 1995.
So, 1995, right? Unbelievable.
Oh yeah, I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, it's just astounding. Every scene that they showed there, I'm like, yes, I want to see that.
Oh my God. Yeah, I have seen this movie probably like going on 30 times.
Yeah.
Never gets old to me. I dragged my friends out when they were doing like, what was it? Was it the 30th anniversary? Or what would it have been for this year?
25, right? Or 20?
Yeah, 27.
25. 25, yeah.
Yeah, 25 year anniversary because they couldn't do it in 2020 because of COVID.
Yeah.
They were doing an IMAX release.
Cool.
And I got to see it on IMAX.
Oh, wow.
And my friends were like, yeah, I'm done seeing this movie. I've seen it so many fucking times.
Really?
And I'm like, I can keep watching it because it's just so fantastic. Every scene.
Yeah.
Again, going to the mundane stuff. Like, literally, there's a scene where the barrel is just dripping from condensation and rainwater, and I just love it. Like, I have my background is, like, just the scene where she's just going around Tokyo.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah,
just literally when
just the people walking by in that scene was so cool.
When the rain's coming down by a streetlight, it's just the most beautiful animation I have ever seen.
It is. It's
visually
gorgeous.
It's the most beautiful, and philosophically, what they talk about with the web, with identity.
Oh my God!
Because she doesn't know if she's a human or just a robot. You know, it's just I love it.
25 years ago,
I love it, and it's becoming more and more relevant.
Exactly.
And I'll admit it. I want to live in this future. The future Ghost in the Shell is what I want to be in. I want to be a hacker. I want to be working for some sort of government agency trying to keep being a watcher of the watchdogs, you know? That's what I want. That's my dream. I'll probably never see... I'll never be a cyborg someday, but that's just what I think about when I'm daydreaming, you know?
Like to be the guy with the eyes.
Bato,
Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh, my God. And that voice actor, he's done, like, the movies and the shows. He's been, like, the one person to be on consistently.
Is that right?
He's for the English dub, like, I couldn't think of how else Bato would sound. I friggin' love him.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, and you can't deny. And then the lead character,
the Major Kusanagi,
is so great.
And I will say, I like to lump the first one in with the second one because it's a perfect double feature. A lot of people never saw Innocence, number 2. Arguably, I think it's a better story because it's Bato trying to kind of chase the Major, because in the end of the movie, she like goes out into the world not as a child but as an adult.
Yeah,
and it's kind of him just relishing and missing the past and her. But he's still like, his ghost whispers to him, or is it her ghost? Who knows? But oh my God. And the rotoscoping in the second one is beautiful. It's such a beautiful film. Like, I love them. I like to think of them together because honestly, the first one doesn't feel that long and the second one doesn't feel that long. So I put them together. It's one of my ideal double features.
It's pretty good. And so you see that the cinematic ideas that they come up with, like when she takes off her coat and then falls off, so that they totally copied that in the film with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah. And honestly,
except no nipples.
Of course, that was a big complaint that I heard. No nips from that.
Also, she was not Asian.
But that's
it's a robot. I mean, I don't know.
We don't need to.
That's a moot point. Yeah, we don't need to. But so. She doesn't really blink. I don't know if she does in the movie. I couldn't say, but she's just like you know.
Well, yeah, she's a robot.
Yeah,
she
right.
doesn't need to blink.
Right.
Why would she need to blink?
But that battle scene in that warehouse with the tank is just extraordinary.
It's fantastic.
It's just so
And,
damn
the chase
memorable.
scene with the guy with the thermal camo and the little back machine gun.
Right. Yeah.
I love. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. When he's like shooting at the truck and then he like braces himself and then he's pushed back from the recoil. It's so beautiful. What is this doing in a cartoon?
I know, it's crazy.
Why is it here?
I just love the water scene where the invisible guy. It's like so memorable.
It's like why did they put so much work into this? Like every frame of this movie is just so beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Yeah.
And the story is so perfect and the characters are so cool.
Yeah.
And again, this is what I love about Standalone Complex is it just opens that up and looks a little bit further in and it adds its own interesting plots. And I don't even care about the filler in the show because I'm like, show me more of this world. Show me more of this text. Show me more of these characters.
Absolutely.
I just want more. It's like if I had to live in any one universe,
the Ghost
people
in the Shell.
say, oh, Star Wars, Harry Potter. For me, it's Ghost in the Shell. I'm a cyberpunk. That's what I am.
All right. Not a steampunk.
None. No, not a steampunk.
No tall top hats made out of leather and brass.
No gears
Any
just
brass?
taped onto my forehead. Yeah,
brass and steam.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, fine. I think we had a disagreement on steampunk.
We did.
That's okay, but cyberpunk, I do love cyberpunk. So you can tell we are totally loving anything Ghost in the Shell. It's been well curated by the creators and the people
and the fans.
Thank God.
Yeah, and honestly, all the spin-off stuff, like the new show that came out in 2020, it's still Standalone Complex, and the story is still there for me. The animation, I wasn't crazy about the 3D animation. I wish it was 2D. Like, I like the incorporation of the 3D into the 2D with Standalone Complex, but I just don't like the whole claymation. Not claymation, but just the textures on everybody. Like, I'm not crazy about that. I still love the story and the characters, though, so I can't quit on it.
Yeah.
And the prequel, Ghost in the Shell Arise, it's about how the whole SAC was, or not SAC, Section 409. The 209 or whatever it is, Section 9, just Section 9. How they were formed, it's very cool, and the animation is pretty good in that too. I highly recommend all offshoots of the Ghost in the Shell universe. It's awesome.
People, you got some time now that we have variants of the virus.
Optimus Prime variant.
Yeah. So exactly. So do check it out. Ghost in the Shell. It's you're number 2, my number 1, so what the heck? This is really what got me into anime. I saw this when it first came out. In the theater.
愛、友情、そして正義のために散っていく男たちの熱いドラマが始まる。
Now, for some reason, when I see this, it makes me think about an anime that I've never seen before, but I know people rave about it. You ever watch Berserk?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I love Berserk.
How is that not in your top 5?
That's true. I guess, for...
shows?
The shows. Yeah, I guess... I don't know. I don't know if it would have... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would have ousted Parasite. It's great. No, I really enjoyed.
Yeah, for some reason I see that maybe it's the '90s anime style, but I just see the main character. I'm like, that kind of looks like Guts.
It was like a golden egg or something like that. The Berserk. There was a couple of them, right? Or
different.
There was a
shows.
show, but there was a movie.
Yes, there was a show, and then I think it was a movie, and that leads into. It's like I've been told it's like a prequel for the manga, which is like the best thing on earth from what I've heard from people.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a great reader, so
maybe there's a Berserk audiobook.
Yeah, Berserk Kindle for me. So yeah, that's Fist of the North Star. I love that. It's so great.
It's great.
And then the guy's head explodes. Come on.
You just opening my horizons. So many cool things.
This is so great.
I feel like a fake weeaboo now. I feel like a phony.
Oh, come on. Well, Miyazaki is next. Did I have a Mononoke in here? No.
Oh, is that my number 3? Yeah.
Your number 3 was Princess
Mononoke.
Mononoke.
Oh, God.
Mononoke. There we go. Little Miyazaki here. Go back to the theater.
Miramax International.
In a time when gods walk the earth, an epic battle rages between the encroaching civilization of man and the gods of the forest. Princess Mononoke.
That brings up an interesting point, Rob.
Yeah.
That brings up the whole debate. The thing that, subbed versus dubbed.
Yeah.
The whole thing that the American anime audience, well, the English-speaking anime audience has been arguing about for years. Subs versus dubs.
Yeah.
It's very controversial.
I'm sure.
If you like dubbed, you're said to have no culture. Oh, you like those terrible voice actors? I don't think they're terrible all the time. That Ghost in the Shell trailer, that original voice cast, I don't think they were the best. Some of them were hamming it up. I like the newer version a little bit more.
Yeah.
But literally, I feel like I can appreciate what's on the screen, the frames more, because I'm a slow reader. It takes me a minute, and I really want to understand what's going on with the story. So I like to be able to just experience.
I understand what you're saying. I think you've mentioned that before, and that does make sense. I've kind of gotten used to the subs, but there's something also that I do enjoy about hearing the original. There's something in it emotionally
definitely
that I like too.
I'll admit it. It's probably better. I don't know what Japanese audience thinks about subbed versus dubbed.
Yeah.
They probably prefer the original because, I mean, the quality of voice acting going in is probably more respectful and more in line for what the creative piece is.
Yeah.
But again, as English speaker, I would have to be fluent in Japanese. I don't want to have to rely on the subs because I want my full attention to be on the frame because these are some beautiful paintings that I see that these people put up, and I want to be able to appreciate every inch of it.
Yeah.
That's just my feelings about
I do understand that, and I have no qualms with that either way. Whatever floats your boat is what I say.
I respect everyone's choice in that, but that's just why I do it because I have to explain myself because I'm seen as filth because I like dub.
Yeah,
I'm not filth. I'm Alex. I'm Corn.
Corn's okay. Corn's all right.
Corn's okay.
Filth. Yes, you're filth. Come on, Princess Mononoke.
Is this your favorite Studio Ghibli film?
I don't know. I love Spirited Away.
It's fantastic.
I think that's it's got a special place for me just because I saw it in L.A. I think I saw it at the ArcLight, and they had an exhibit of like the art from the movie in the lobby and stuff, and it was just like right when it came out, there was just something magical about it that was just like,
that's awesome.
Wow. But I love Castle in the Sky.
Oh yeah,
Howl's Moving Castle.
Howl's Moving Castle is probably my second favorite. As much as I love Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle just does something to me.
Yeah,
it makes me weep. You know, it's amazing. Just so beautiful.
It's so cool.
Piece of art.
Yeah. The scale of the whole thing is crazy. Yeah. I love what you can do with scale. And then Miyazaki's always great with his little cute creatures and the little cinders.
Whatever he does with food, you know.
Yeah,
anytime food's on the screen in a Miyazaki film.
He likes pigs, hogs, things like that.
Oh my god,
And they're all, great characters in themselves, these animals.
Yeah.
They morph and... Yeah, he's the true genius of our time. There's no doubt.
God, 100%. Well, I might put one person above him, and that's Satoshi Kon.
Okay, all right. I know you love Satoshi Kon. I did not. Yes. Okay. All right. Spirited Away is up there. It's my number 4, actually. Yes. So you Paprika, right? That's Satoshi.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. The movie that inspired Inception.
Yes.
Oh my god. It's dreams within dreams, just dreams coming to life. Surreal, like
Yeah, so cool.
For the most part, I hate surrealism. But when I'm seeing these movies, there's just a few movies that I see and I'm like, oh my god. This is what surrealism should be. Like, for the most part, people are just trying to get too cute with it.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know what it is about it. It just feels more authentic. Feels more genuine. You know?
I'm going to go to my number 3, which I don't know if you'll like this one or not, but somehow it resonated with my sensibilities. Let's put it that way. Vampire Hunter D.
Ah, so you hate vampires. I get it.
Yeah.
Your sensibilities.
My sensibilities.
Those who know him call him D.
Maybe unique.
Vampire Hunter D.
Yeah.
Awesome. You gotta love that.
So it's fun. It's I don't know. There's stuff that they don't include in the trailer sometime that I wish they would.
Yeah.
Stuff they include that I wish they wouldn't. That music was not that great, but the style, the animation style, I thought was cool.
Looked beautiful. Another anime I haven't heard about that had to go on the list immediately.
Yes. Cool. I like it's in the future. The vampire thing is commonly used, but in this case, it's pretty cool.
Future vampires, you don't see much of that.
No.
Not too much.
And that gets to... Where are we here? Oh, yeah, Paprika.
Paprika.
Brilliant. Wow, just amazing imagery. And again, we have the mind control thing going into your dreams. Mm-hmm. You were saying this, Inception.
Oh, definitely. Like, if you don't think Inception was inspired by this, I think Nolan literally said Paprika inspired it, but, like, how can it not?
Yeah.
Like, you can't... Literally, this is what filmmaking should be. Turning dreams into reality.
Exactly.
And they do it in... He's a vision. He's like the visionary, in my opinion, for film. Like, it's amazing what that man thought of.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck it, let's just put this... Let's just create this.
Yeah.
Let's invent these fantastical things that only exist in our dreams in real life.
Right.
And I don't see that much. Like, I see that in normal film, yeah. This might be very pretentious of me to say, but I don't see it on the scale that Paprika has done it.
I can see what, just in that little trailer, all the crazy things that happened.
And it's something that I feel like can
really
only exist well in anime.
Yeah. I can't disagree with you there. The great the worlds that they bring to you. It's fantastic.
It's insane to me.
It is. So Spirited Away is my number 4, actually. I don't think I have so bad, but luckily we have computers.
Beautiful thing.
So it doesn't take too long to bring it up. Here we go. Let's see if it...
Refills at the...
You bastard. You'll have to excuse us while we pull over to the side here. And now...
Studios presents a Studio Ghibli film.
Honey, don't take a shortcut. You always get us lost.
From master filmmaker Hayao Miyazaki.
What is it?
Come on, let's go in. I want to see what's on the other side.
Where are you going? Your name belongs to me now.
One girl's future depends on her judgment. Spirited Away.
Pretty great. Pretty great.
Oh my god, yeah. Goosebumps every time I see it.
Yeah, it is. It's astounding. Yeah, as I was saying when it was playing, it's just one of these that takes you from the normal world into the special world, and it's such a great way. And there's something about a film that starts you off in the normal world and takes you on a trip, and then when you get back, it's just like The Wizard of Oz does it in a really great way when you get back to the bed and then she's knocked out and whatever. And then this one, it's the tunnel and the car has been, it's been there for a long time. And
weeks, not months.
Yeah. And there's just something about it. And then it's just like all the characters you kind of remember, and the parents turning into the pigs.
Pigs. Oh my God,
wow.
It's so good.
Yeah. And just the water, and just the steam, and the guy with the multiple arms. And
just the baths. Yeah, and that trolley trip they take across the water. Oh my God.
Right. Yeah, just the imagination is absolutely astounding. And the music and the animation style is fantastic.
Yeah.
And he'll take something like an old lady and just make her terrifying.
Yeah.
Even a baby, the giant baby is terrifying.
Baby. I hate that thing. God. Oh my God, yeah.
Giant baby, help!
Yeah, and then there's the guy with the spider arms.
Yeah.
And something that should be terrifying, he's made friendly.
Super
Like, oh,
nice
that's a nice dude. I'd love to hang out with him.
Right.
It's just awesome.
He's just working, he's doing his thing, taking the tickets, and then, order one of these, one bath for you. That's so cool. I love that. Just the normal jobs, that's what is cool. I see represented in something.
Yeah,
it's like someone just...
The mundane stuff is just so cool.
And it's so great. She has to clean out the bath and all this stuff. It's really just reminds me of it right away. It's like, you'd think that would be just throwaway stuff, but somehow it's
ingrained in your memory.
Yeah, totally.
Because it's just so well done.
Yeah.
It's just so much thought was put into just that one frame.
Right.
Again, that's why, I'm not saying people are lazy in filmmaking in real life, but you can spend so much more time meticulously setting up a scene within the confines of the animated universe. You can spend days on one frame if you wanted to.
That's right, so you don't have to wait for those damn actors.
Yeah, they need a bathroom break. We're losing the golden hour. What the hell's going on?
Actors have their place, but it's not an anime, that's for sure. So that was my number 4, and now we're getting down to... Oh, my God. Did I have Mind Game?
I believe you did.
I didn't see it.
Under Paprika, right?
There it is. Okay, good. All right, Mind Game. Let us check this out. Mind Game. We're going backwards, but it's kind of fun.
Oh, yeah.
We can do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, because you know what? We love all this stuff at the
end of the day.
俺とこそ結婚してや僕死んだんですか
Yes!
Oh my God.
Wow. I haven't seen it, so this is another one that you're putting on my list.
It's just, again, you see the animation style. It's very 60s, very psychedelic, but it's so friggin' cool what they do with it. What they decide.
That's the thing, yeah.
It's just like, it's a crazy, weird story, and they're like, fuck it. Let's just do a crazy, weird anime. It changes animation styles mid-fucking movie all the time. It's just, here, it's there, it's everywhere, and...
Real pictures and then weird animation. It keeps on changing. But you didn't find that jarring? They
just flow through things just perfectly. Like, Mind Game is such a wonderful movie.
Wow.
You get a full range of emotions, You got you laugh, you cry, you feel, and then at the end, it does the best thing a movie can for you. It makes you feel hope.
There you go.
It makes you feel hope, and you're like, okay. I'm ready to tackle the day.
All right.
I'm ready to move.
I am ready to move.
Hit the pedal to the metal.
Hit the pedal to the metal. Now, there is a special mention, and this is actually probably the second thing that... This one in particular... Neo Tokyo. It's just so incredible. Yoshiaki Kawajiri. He also did Vampire Hunter D. And it's just so poetic, cinematic. It's what they did with the style. This was the first anime that I saw that showed me this is the next visual medium. This is it. This is how it should be done. So this is Neo Tokyo, The Running Man. Not all of it, but let me get to a part that really shows.
It just, I felt frozen in time watching this. It was amazing.
Yes, isn't it?
Oh
and
my god.
That's a special, I mean, there's a special category for that one. It's a 15-minute animated sequence that totally
shorts. They can be a whole new world.
Changed my mind. It was like, this is cinema. This is really...
This is where it might be peaking. And I think that brings us perfectly into the real thing I think we want to talk about.
Yes.
Probably, in my opinion, the greatest film to ever be created.
Yes.
Show them together.
Oh, yeah. Right. The greatest film to ever be made, in the words of Cornbread, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and the end of Evangelion. So, right. I mean, it's so... We're just topping ourselves, and we're just like Ghost in the Shell, and just this Full Metal Alchemist, Attack on Titan.
Like the stuff, it's all great. It's all amazing. But this,
and then
I think this is where the peak is. We have gone past the peak. We will never touch as close to glory as we did here.
All right, I hope this is the right. What else is left on that? There's so much, but now the Japanese are famous for having giant robots, and he's
that's how much
holding
I love
up
this stuff. Nerve, a little nerve patch.
And this is how much I love Fantastic Voyage. This is so Neon Evangelion. This is crazy. Now, as I say, like there's Pacific Rim. There's a lot of Johnny Sacco and his gigantic robot. There's Gigantor. There's so many. They're famous for the giant robots, right?
Oh yeah.
But this just takes it to a new level. It's just the technology, and then. Well, it's the future, and then these angels, right?
Yeah, the future after something that should have been like a borderline extinction for the human race. The literal Antarctica blows up from the first impact, and then there's these beasts that are threatening humanity by attacking future Tokyo 2 or whatever it is.
Right.
And the thing that really gets me about Neon Genesis Evangelion is just experiencing it.
Yeah.
It starts off like, oh, this is any other typical anime. Giant robots, fan service, you know. It's just prototypical. And then it starts getting a little bit introspective, and it starts getting a little philosophical with, it's like, oh, Shinji has a lot of issues with his father. Why is this here? And then he's so insecure, and it starts putting itself more and more in the limelight. And then it just becomes this entire journey of feeling like I shouldn't be able to impact the world because of my existence, because I just I run away from things. I've been running away my whole life. And then it's about him coming to terms with that and just becoming a human being. A lot of people like to write off the last 2 episodes of the original series, but that congratulations moment at the end, well, it's kind of cheesy. I think it's a moment that I think most people strive for in their life. And it's really touching to me. And then the movie comes out and says, yeah, I know you were probably a little disappointed with how it ended, so let's just redo the last 2 episodes. And it just continually blows my mind. And the
Yeah.
editing, the animation, the music, the
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah, the characters are
the world.
spectacular.
Like, it's
Yeah.
everything I want. It's everything I've ever wanted from this stuff. And, like,
Yep.
just, again, where it goes philosophically, I feel like I haven't seen many things really touch that
Yeah.
well and do it that well. And to have it all related into a package of kid and giant robot fighting fighting these alien angels. Like,
Right. Who are devils,
who
I
would
mean.
have thought? Oh, yeah. Who would have thought that
Yeah.
this series would evoke so many, like, things within people's soul?
Yeah.
And it just started off as any typical anime. I just love the journey of it. The first watch through, it's like heroin to me.
I did start off that way, like, oh, this is just an interesting thing, and then as I was like, whoa,
it escalates. Like
the battle scenes, they're just the way that they surround it with the drama. And then when the actual battle scenes start, there's just so much drama because you're invested in these characters. And then, of course, the angels are just, mindless, evil
Well,
creatures.
they're just there to go back to Adam, go back to Lilith. They're just there to...
Yeah.
They're existing like everybody else, but humans are cursed with that whole, free thinking. We can do whatever we want, but it's the burden of our own sentience. Again, that's something I feel like this show talks about that I don't see many things talking about, like only... at least talking about it well. Like, how else are you supposed to convey this without giant robots?
Right. Well, it's
Armageddon.
It's when you think about it, they're putting the human inside the robot and it just expanding their reach 1,000-fold. It's kind of so when you know who's inside it's another character now.
Oh yeah,
right?
And then there's the whole thing of like the robots are actually people.
Yes,
like they have the souls of people within them. So it's like it's not just it's not just Shinji piloting the robot, but it's him with his mother. Like,
yeah, cool. Yeah, amazing. And I know you were very adamant about this one.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'll ever see anything that'll make me feel as strongly as Neon Genesis did.
And that's something that I need to probably go back revisit the whole thing. So, what is your favorite? So there's the original series, right?
Yeah, there's the first 24 episodes, and then there's the end of Eva. There's a second movie that's Death True Squared.
Okay.
That's just like a recap. So you just watch you watch all 24 episodes, including the last two, which people say to sometimes skip. I disagree. And then you watch the end of Eva, and it's all just packaged together perfectly. I have yet to see the new movies, like the newest one that was just released. Like, I've heard it's an interesting look back on it, and it's kind of the creator throwing this stuff all away. But at the same time, I don't know. I haven't heard people really describe it that well.
Yeah. Okay. But you would probably see it.
I want to see it someday, but I'm still just so obsessed with the source material.
Okay.
I'm not over it yet.
And was that from a manga?
It started as the show, I believe.
It started as the show.
Yeah.
Interesting, because it does seem kind of that way, but it's like it's almost as if the show evolved inside itself. If that makes sense.
Oh, I definitely think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it didn't have everything there at the first.
No, definitely not.
And then as you move on, it's like just these vistas open of story and character.
And I think I heard that it was pulled obviously a lot from the creator. Like he was dealing with these issues in his own life, and he's just like, "Fuck it, throw it in there."
Good.
So
that's great.
Oh yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
It's just one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life.
That's amazing.
I don't know what will top it. I don't know if I'll ever see anything that's topped it, and I've seen a lot.
That's amazing. So our journey here, this is the longest show we've done. Oh, well, under 2 hours. That's not bad.
Wow.
But it took the time to go through all these, and to give these directors and animators their just due. And we obviously just touched on the surface, but I think it was a really great representation of anime, and it kind of surprised me just going through these how just it brought up all this.
It's all different,
like the emotions again of all these shows.
Yeah,
it's like wow, they really are impactful.
Mm-hmm. And for people that are turned off by anime because of like Naruto and Bleach, I really, really beg them to see some of these and be awoken to the potential of anime and the stories it can tell and the visual, the way they show story, because it's just something that can't be replicated. And we've seen this time and time again with like the live action adaptations. They just don't touch it. They can't touch it, because how can you expect to touch this thing that's a whole nother stratosphere, maybe not ahead, but just adjacent to film, just something that is a part of film, but it's just something that can't be like brought into the other genre. Like, you can bring in animation, this anime style, like in Kill Bill, it was used in a really cool way of doing exposition, but there's just no way to do what they do in live action, I feel. At least that's just me. I agree.
I just think that anime it's like a new art, as I was saying with the Neon Tokyo thing, and just being a cinephile and just someone who enjoys the classic films and cinema, it just like really blew me away seeing that. It was like, it just hit me like, this is it. This is a new thing.
I feel like
it's a new way to expressing. It wasn't here 50 years ago.
Yeah. It's definitely like the most fresh thing, I think, in the film universe. And honestly, I feel like even though we've had things like Fantastic Planet in the past and Yellow Submarine and Bambi and all these other things, it's good, but it's definitely not the same as what the Japanese have done with this stuff.
Doubt.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And I know I've said that word a lot, but I really don't think you can call yourself a cinephile without seeing some of these animes.
Yeah, it's just part of the whole cinema universe. There's no doubt. Just everything within it. If you just look at like that Neo Tokyo scene, it's like the drama in it with the sound effects.
There's like no dialogue in there.
The lighting,
either.
No dialogue, but
except for like one line. That's it.
Certainly didn't need it.
No, it didn't. It's crazy.
And it tells an
And you know what's really funny? We didn't even mention everybody's like usual foyer into anime, which is Akira.
Yes,
we didn't even mention that.
I know, that is crazy, and I just saw the 4K restoration of that, and it was astounding.
Yeah,
but we didn't even get to that.
Years later, yeah,
we didn't even get to that. But they did some incredible things with that. There's some groundbreaking.
Yeah, watching the making of
color,
Akira.
The color palette. Apparently, they expanded it greatly.
Yeah, like watching people do the making of Akira and Ghost in the Shell is just so cool, because you see how much work and research went into their stuff. Like for Ghost in the Shell, they literally just went around Tokyo and took pictures of like just mundane moments that they're like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah,
and then they turned it into
moving
Neon
paintings.
Tokyo. Yeah, it's
moving paintings. Is really what it
blows my mind.
Yeah, and I love it. It's just like Van Gogh saw, things in wild colors, right?
He
saw
wild shapes and patterns. Yeah.
Now we have these interpreters of real life. They take a picture and then they'll bring their own
a new
palette
world
to it.
into it.
So cool.
It's a world I want to live in.
I think we agree on that, no doubt. So this is our new set here. What do you think of this new set here?
Gotta love it.
It's pretty good, huh? And number 22, we'll put this up because it's video, obviously, with all these trailers and stuff.
Oh yeah, you gotta see it.
Gotta see
Hearing
it.
isn't believing. Seeing is believing.
I think this will be great for people to see. So we didn't even have time for Mrs. Fields' crumb cakes, whatever.
Oh yeah.
What is X? Maybe next time. We'll do some commercials. So from all of us here at Apocalypse Cinema, have a great year, and hopefully it's better than the last one. I guess that's all we can expect these times, right?
Yeah, just bar's getting lower and lower every year. I'll take anything.
I'll take anything.
I'll take a neutral year, a normal year, please.
I'll take anything.
Yeah.
All right. And Apocalypse Cinema's on Facebook. Check us out. Bye.
Bye-bye.